So hey guys, it's Zion again. And yes, it is more Black Ops 2, but I promise you Battlefield is coming. I wanted to talk briefly about something that I think I need Call of Duty gameplay to talk about. But before I get started, I want to mention the class really quick. I was watching an Excalisaur's video and he was using Akimbo Rafficas or B-23Rs or whatever you want to call them. And I thought to myself, well, I've never tried them before, and he does pretty well with them. He gets a nuclear medal, which I have yet to get because I'm not him. But regardless, it was more fun than I thought it would be, and this gameplay, while it's something of a blowout, the team we're playing is not very good. It was during the free weekend that we were playing. So, again, the players are new, they don't know the maps, blah blah blah. But I thought to myself, you know what, because these players aren't very good, I can experiment a little bit, see which class I really enjoy that I didn't think I would enjoy before. So I put on the Akimbo Rafficas, and I honestly had a really good time. And that's sort of the topic of today, is just having a good time while you're playing video games. In Black Ops 2, at least on the PC, because the player sample size is so small, there are so few players compared to Xbox or PS3, normally when I'm running with even solo, but especially with a couple other people whose score per minute is close or above my own, we run into parties a whole lot. We run into a lot of people who just want to win at any cost. And so they'll put on the SMG with the laser sight and the silencer, and they'll run around throwing EMP grenades and grenades, you know, tack inserting, all the stuff that you think is cheap, but people use to win because it works. And in a game like Call of Duty, I don't want to try hard. I don't want to have to go for the win every single time. I want to have the ability to go into a lobby and just do whatever the heck I want. That's why I'm using the AGR. I call him my little buddy, because, you know, he's this sort of useless kill streak that goes around and is essentially just a giant distraction. But he's fun. You know, it's this little wallet, little R2-D2 rolling around the map, just going beep 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 and shooting at people every now and again. And I'm using C4, which, yeah, it's probably the best explosive in the game. It's not as cheap as the Bettys, it's easier to use than the frags or even the Semtex, and it's got a bigger explosive radius, and so it kills a lot easier. And so I like it because it's fun. And I like these Akimbo Rafficas because they're fun, because it's just going around, you know, pew-pewing in people's faces, and they die. You know, you get good kills. This is a 40-4 gameplay, and I had a really fun time playing it. And I understand the need to try hard all the time. I understand this desire to always go for the win, to always do your absolute best at something. As a perfectionist myself, I like to go into a Hardpoint lobby and do 250 and 0. I like the blowouts because it looks nice, it looks good on the screen. 250 your team, 0 enemy team, you win. You know, that's fun. But it's tiring, it's exhausting. And other commentators have talked about this, is Black Ops 2 boring? Well, if you go into ground war, you use one weapon and one weapon only, and you go for 100 pluses all day, then yes, Black Ops 2 will get really boring really fast. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, I will not be defined by one game. Even if I have to go back and play COD 4 or the original Black Ops, which is still very fun, or Modern Warfare 2 or World War, then I'll do that. Because if I played Black Ops 2 and nothing but Black Ops 2 for 3 months on end after it was released, like a lot of commentators did, yeah, I'd be tired of it, I'd be angry with it, I'd see the bullshit a lot clearer than I do right now. Because I only play it, well, frequently, but it's not a daily exercise in futility for me. It's not this, I have to play for 2.5 hours to get a gameplay. I have to play for 2.5 hours because this is the only game in my repertoire. I have to play for 2.5 hours for insert your reason here. I played Black Ops pretty regularly for the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. Because it was new, it was something fresh, it was something interesting. And then I stopped, because I could feel myself getting bored of it. I could feel myself saying, I'm not having fun anymore. This is not the game I bought to have fun with. Now I'm seeing all the warts, I'm seeing all the bullshit, I'm seeing everything that I don't like about this game, and I'm seeing it really regularly. So what I did was I took a break. I said, I'll play Battlefield. I'll play KOTOR 2, which I'll do a video about. That'll probably be my Battlefield video talking about that. I'll play Crisis, I'll play Modern Warfare 2, I'll play Final Fantasy something. You know, you gotta do something to make the game that you want to play fun again. Even if Black Ops 2 is the only game you have access to and the only game you want to play, but all you play is Ground War with a full party of 8, going in and getting for Swarm, Dogs, and VSAT, reverse that order though, then yeah, I mean, the game is gonna get old quick, because you're playing it one way in one game mode with like 3 weapons. It gets boring. Go into Headquarters, go into Search, go into Cap the Flag, go into, I don't know, Multi-Team. Do something to vary up the gameplay, because Call of Duty, as this aging is the best word, arcade-like shooter, and Black Ops 2 is certainly an arcade shooter. Who goes around with the Kimbo Raficas on the battlefield? You've got to do something to change it up a bit. And Call of Duty, for all of Treyarch's efforts to make it a big esports thing, oh, the esports initiative, league play, ooh. No. People play Call of Duty because they want to have some silly, stupid fun. They don't want to have to think too hard. They don't want to have to try too hard. But Treyarch has tried to make them do just that. They try to make it a thinking man's Call of Duty, the Call of Duty that's going to put the sport back into Call of Duty. It's like, oh, Treyarch, come on. This is not a game that people are going to make huge amounts of money competing at. You look at that for StarCraft, where people try their asses off all the time and die playing for 48 hours on end. And yes, I know there is a $1 million tournament for Call of Duty right now. And yes, I know that Treyarch is trying to make this an esport. And yes, I know that there is a huge COD 4 community that, despite ProMod's dying breaths, is still going. But for the millions of people who play Call of Duty on a daily basis, though not at the same time, they're not looking for a giant competition. People who are bad at sniping and are aware that they suck at sniping do not go into Call of Duty to snipe and go all over the place. People who trick shot, they're not doing it for any sense of competition. They're doing it because A, they can make a montage, but B, it's fun to do for them. And that's fulfilling. And their argument, of course, is, well, you paid $60 for it, you might as well play it the way you want to play it. But again, they're playing it in a way that's fun for them. That is not different. It's different from the way I would play it, but they have fun, and that's fine. You know, I hate running into 360 snipers. As players, when I'm playing against them, I love it because they suck. And so I can run around with a shotgun on a huge map like Turbine and do well because they suck. But if every single player you run into is trying his absolute brains out, trying to get a good game, or trying to win with tac insertions and submachine guns, it gets tedious. So just have fun with Call of Duty. Sure, you can try really hard, but when it comes right down to it, just have a good time.